Hello, hello, everybody. It's Dawn here with Wreath Decor by Dawn. Come on in, say hello. If you're new to my page, tell me where you're from. Say hi. Give us a thumbs up. Welcome. All right, so tonight we are going to do this rail that I got from Kuther Crafts. If you don't follow her, she does some live sales on the weekend, and I have started picking some stuff up from her every now and then. She puts things together in groups and sells it that way. So I got a bunch of autism signs, and of course, you know April is Autism Awareness Month, or you may not know. We have autism in our family, so it's very near and dear cause to all of us. So I'm going to be doing some autism themed things throughout this month. I probably won't do it on both of my lives, but I will do it at least once a week because I need to get some Mother's Day stuff done too. So I'll leave one day for that as well. So this one here says, God grant me the serenity, to accept that the world doesn't understand autism, the courage to take my child out in public anyway, and the wisdom to know when it's time to go home. So that's what that says. This is a 12 by 16 sign, and the rail was a 12-inch wooden rail that came with it that I had to attach. So I put 6 ties on here, and I tested it out today, and it seemed like that was going to work good for me. So we cut these at 15 inches, and I'm going to put those, let me just move this back a little bit here so we're not in the way. And we're just going to ruffle these up and put them in there, and then I have some curls I'm going to put in. And of course, we're going to put in some ribbons and some bows, or a bow. Excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Hey, Debbie, how are you? All right, so again, I cut these at 15 inches because I don't want them to be too high up on my sign because the rail isn't that big. I don't want it to cover up all the words. So how is everyone doing? I hope you all had a nice Easter. I had a wonderful Easter. Got to spend it with my kids and my grandkids. We went down to South Carolina and celebrated it at my daughter's house. So we stayed an extra day so as not to have to drive back in Easter Sunday traffic with everybody coming home. Let me move that over so you guys can see. So all I'm doing is ruffling these up, and then we're going to put the curls on top. So again, I only have 6 pieces I'm working with. I didn't want it to be too much. Well, hello everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Say hi. Don't forget, if you're new, tell us where you're from. We'd like to give you a nice warm welcome. Hello. So again, I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed their Easter if you celebrated. Kids had a really good time. They had a little Easter egg hunt. Most of them are too old, but they enjoy putting them out for the little ones. So then we took some pictures and then had a nice little dinner my daughter made for us. And then after dinner, my son and his family had to leave because they had to work on Monday, so they had to leave and come back home. And my daughter and I took a couple of the kids and went down to the water and kind of walked around. My legs are still killing me from that. But it was a good walk. We got to see some ships coming in and was wondering if any craft supplies were on any of those cargo containers. Does anyone else look at a ship and see that and think the same thing? Hey, Lavon. I'm doing great. Hope you are too. So we just had, my niece is pregnant with her first child. And we just had the gender reveal a few minutes before I came live. They did it on Zoom so that all of us who live far away could be a part of it. And we are having, or she is having, a boy. So we're super excited about that. Another baby to look forward to in the family. My first great nephew. My sister's first grandchild. She's finally catching up to me now. Of course, I'm a little ahead of her. I've got 8 grandkids, and my oldest is going to be 16, so I have a little bit of a jump start on her, but that's okay. Hello, welcome. If you're new to my page, my name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on Facebook, and on Fridays at 2:30 Eastern on YouTube. Although I might change that to 2 o'clock. I don't know. We'll see. Last week was my first one on YouTube, so. But that way we have a backup in case anything ever goes wrong and we can't get on Facebook. All right, so here we go. There is our sign with our thing, our ruffles on there. And it does cover up the words just a little bit, but when we're all done, we'll just kind of fold this down so that you can actually see everything there. All right, so let me open these up, and we're going to put our little curls in them. So I've got my yellow and blue because we're doing the autism theme colors. So I've got the turquoise and the yellow and the blue and the red. Thank you, Sin. Oh, you're traveling. Oh, that's fine. Be safe. All right, let's start at this end. Why not? Doesn't really matter. We'll probably end up with the same ones. It's been a while since I've done curls. No, it's not a fabric mesh. It's just a regular metallic mesh. It's all just the regular metallic mesh from Craft Outlet. All right, one more curl. This is going to be a really easy, quick project tonight because there's not a whole lot to do with it with the rail. Yeah, I know. Some of the sayings in that you don't find too many of them that have the different sayings, and that's so that's why I chose this set, because it had all the different ones, not just the until all the pieces fit. Some people don't like that saying. All right, so there we have it with our curls. And again, like I said, we'll pull this down just a little bit so that it can be seen when it's hung. But it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the world, accept that the world doesn't understand autism, the courage to take my child out in public anyway, and the wisdom to know when it's time to go home. You got your second vaccine today? That's awesome. Yeah, I know, Sin. It does that to me when I'm on Susan's page, too. It depends on how you comment. If you're commenting, like when I comment on someone else's post or someone else's comment, it always puts me as her page. But when I comment, just a regular comment says myself. It just flips back and forth. It's because you're on my page. That's all. There's a way to change it. If you see your little picture on there, I think you can change it. Okay. We need some ribbons. So I did not pre-cut my ribbons because I wasn't sure how I was going to do them just yet. But I do think I'm going to take... I know I'm going to do a bow in the center. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do... I think I'm going to do the yellow and the autism one. I should say puzzle pieces. It's not really an autism one. And I'm going to do 4 of each. I'm going to make them 12 inches. So I just have these scrap pieces of wood that my husband cut for me to help with cutting my ribbons. Other people have something similar for sale, but I just use a scrap piece that he cut for me. So I'm just going to do 2. Actually, I should have done 4. We'll just cut another 2. Getting a little ahead of myself here. Hey, Susan. It's going to be a short one tonight. So I was thinking of maybe changing my time to 8:30 or 9. What do you guys think? Is that too late? On Wednesdays? Alright, so there's 4 of those. We're going to use the rest for a bow. Hey, Johnny. Hi, CT. And then I'm going to do 4 of these. One, two, three, 4. There are so many people that are on Wednesday nights. I'm just trying to make it to where I can get so that people can see my live and they don't feel like they have to choose between all the others that are on. Because I know that those that watch me watch a lot of the other people that are on tonight too. So I'm just, oh, well, okay. Guess it didn't want me to hold it. So it was just a thought. I mean, there's nothing set in stone yet. I know that it's, like I said, I know there's a lot of people on, so it's kind of, it is what it is. Not too late for you? Yeah, Wednesday nights is a really bad night. When I first started, there was hardly anybody on Wednesday. Now, everybody does Wednesday night. I mean, I can't even count on one hand how many people are on Wednesday night. It would take 2 hands. And people have to choose, you know, sometimes who they're going to watch. Yeah, that it would help. Yeah, that would help for you, huh? Hello, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. So if you aren't on my mailing list yet, you can get on my email list and get notified when I do go live, and also for any updates for things in my shop, things like that. I do have some sign and ribbon sets in my shop, some attachments, things like that. So that all gets put into my email. So if you want to join my email list, you can go to the top of my page and click on the animated envelope and sign up that way. Or just type in the word email in the comments and I will send you the links directly after. Exactly, CT. You do need a TV guide to keep up with everybody. I feel that way too. Yes, exactly. Like I said, when I started, there was hardly anybody on Wednesday other than myself, but now it's a very popular night. All right. So yeah, if you want to join my email list, just type in the word email. I'll send you the link, or go to the animated envelope and click on the link there. I'm only using 1.5 inch ribbons tonight. I don't think 2.5 is necessary for this. I think it would just be too big. So I'm putting these in the ends because we're going to put the bow in the center. You can also get my supply list by typing in the word supply, and that has everything on it from my wire cutters to my ribbon racks. So anything I use in my shop, my scissors, my mat, my bow maker, any of that stuff, I try to put it on the list, and then I share that with you with clickable links so that you can go and find those items for yourself and purchase them. Oh, you're fine, honey. Not a problem. You're fine. I was telling them my niece had her gender reveal just before I came on. She was doing it on Zoom. So I popped in real quick to see, and she's having a boy. We have a lot of boys in our family. We were hoping for a girl, so. But that's okay. We're going to love whatever we have, right? But we know it's a boy now. So that makes me a great aunt on my side for the first time. I already was on my husband's side. Yeah, it's a boy. I got to see a picture of him. They did that little 3D thing. That's so different. Back in my day, we didn't even get the doggone sonogram pictures done. I never got one of those. But then I had a really old school doctor. So he didn't do a whole lot of the modern stuff either. He was probably 100 years old. I don't know. Yep. I do my lives on Fridays on YouTube. So if you want to follow me over there, then make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon on YouTube. And all of my lives that I've ever done also are on YouTube as well. They get an edited version over there. All right, so there we go with our ribbons. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were available in the early 80s, but I didn't get one, so. My daughter was born in 82, so. Boys are fun. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I have 6 grandsons, so I am not going to complain about the boys, but it would have been nice to have a few girls to kind of even things out, but when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6. I thought I was missing one. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, you're not running late. You're fine. It's actually not going to be a very long night at all. All right, I'm going to have to move this so y'all can see so I can make the bow. Let me set this down here for a second. All right, so we're going to make a bow. I had these all set in the order I was going to use them, and then I messed it all up. So now we're just going to have to change it. All right, so we're going to make a little bow. I want about a 12-inch tail. And again, these are all 1.5-inch ribbons. So we're going to start with a 5-inch loop. Make sure to twist. This is not listed in my shop just yet, but it will be. I did list the one from Friday, the patriotic one that we did. So that's finally up and running. I'm just a little behind. I had quite a few orders when I got home this weekend that I had to get done, so I'm a little behind, but not complaining because I sold some supplies. So if you haven't checked it out already, I do have some sign and ribbon sets in my shop. And I do have a few left. That's mostly what I had sales for this weekend. So that was kind of nice to come home to. All right, so I'm doing 4 loops, 2 on each side. We're going to use this one again. I was really glad to get that one because I have the 2.5 inch, but not the 1.5 for that puzzle piece one. All right, so I'm using up, hey Cheryl, I am using up the rest of this. I always tear off the end piece because it's got the numbers on it so I can order more. And this one probably isn't going to be enough. I might have to get the other roll. Oh, please tell me I have another roll. Yes, I do. I see it. All right, so I'm just going to do one loop with each of the on this one. Yeah, I had 2 sisters and a brother. And then we have mostly boys for grandkids, 2 girls, and my mom has, so there's 8 grandchildren, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. She's got 6 grandkids. So there's 4 boys and 2 girls. And then the great grandkids, we have 6 boys and 2 girls. So we were hoping for another girl. Because the girls are outnumbered. Or, yeah, we're outnumbered. Hey, CC. Your message just killed me today. All right, so that one was 4.5. I can't imagine Susan being a drama queen. I don't know. All right, then we're going to do, let's do yellow. Going to make this just a little shorter, so about 4 inches. We're going to do 2 on each side. Yeah. She was talking tonight about talking about having a stem cutter, and I said, I don't think so. That's way too dangerous for my Susan. I can see fingers falling on the mat when she uses that one. I don't think so. I tease her, but got beat up a lot by the brothers. I don't think she needs any more dangerous tools. Whenever she starts doing something that requires sharp objects now, she always warns me ahead of time. That way I can get 911 on speed dial. Another one. So all this mesh I used tonight was leftover mesh from a roll. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out of this one. We'll try and see. I only need 1 loop on each side. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to make it, but we will see. I might have to get a different ribbon. So this one's going to be 3.5. Where's my 3? There it is. 3.5. Oh, I'm going to have to make that tail smaller. That'll work. Tails will be a little shorter, but that's all right. It works. We don't need the tails all to be the same length anyway. All right, then we're going to add the red. Hey, Nate. How are you, hon? These are going to be 3 inches. And, oh, no, I need 4 of those. There we go. 3 inches. So anybody have anything going on this week? Anything exciting? It's been warm here. Oh my goodness, though, the pollen is so bad. I went out today and you can see it floating in the air. Oh, it's awful. And then, of course, the gardener came and mowed the grass today. So I just washed my car the other day, and now it's covered in pollen and debris from him doing that. Oh, no. Order on Amazon. You can probably get them right away. Only takes a couple days to get mine. I don't know about yours. All right, and then I'm going to finish it off with the autism one on the top. I'm sorry, puzzle piece one on the top. Keep saying autism one. You got your second shot? Awesome. Susan should be getting her second one pretty soon. When do you get yours, Susan? And that one I'm just doing the 2 loops, but I am going to do a center loop. So I'm going to take, oh, it has to go out tomorrow. I'm going to take an 8-inch piece, fold it in half, scrunch up my end, and put that right in my center. And that is my center loop. Actually, I need to make it a little bit smaller because that'll work. All right, let me cut a little bit off of the end here. Make it a little bit smaller because of my loop size there. All right, let's grab a zip tie. Where are my zip ties? There we go. Gonna get up underneath everything. And we're gonna pull that zip tie up, make sure we got all the ribbons tucked up underneath there. Tuesday, okay. I knew it was coming up soon. Just couldn't remember the day. All right, we're going to pull this up. I'm going to hold one side of it really tight. And in that divot that where it was in between those 2 wood pieces is where I want my zip tie to go. And then I want my lock in the back. There we go. I'm going to pull it tight. Not too tight, but tight enough to hold everything. Make sure it keeps everything in line. And then I'm going to use another. Do I want to use a zip tie? Let me see, which way is that going? No, I'm going to have to use a pipe cleaner. Because it's a rail, the rails are going this way. I need it to go this way. He won't be home until August, towards the middle of August. And we still don't know if he's going to have to quarantine when he gets home because he is planning to get his shot while he's gone. So as long as he gets his shot, I would think he wouldn't have to quarantine when he came home for the 2 weeks. But the government doesn't always do what we think they're going to do, so we'll have to wait for them to say. All right, let's put the bow on. All right, so now that I have everything in place, I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice tight pull. Well, we thank them for their service. Make sure to tell them that, Johnny. All right, so I'm going to use my pipe cleaners here. We're going to go right down through. Actually, I'm going to need my needle for this so I can get through there. So I have these weaving needles in my shop. If anyone's interested, they come in a pack of 3. They come in a resealable bag for you to keep them in. Mine's a little worn, so don't mind that. You get a nice new bag. But you get 3 of these weaving needles. They're about a little over 3.5 inches long. And they have the big eye on them, and it helps with getting your signs and your attachments on. So you take your pipe cleaner and put it through there, and then you can just go down through here. You don't even have to look. You just go right down through, right there, and then do the other side. It's really quick and easy, so if you struggle with getting your wires and that through with signs, these will really help you. They're also good for using if you do grapevines, because you can get through those. Some of those are tightly woven. You can get through those. I want to make sure that my bow is in the center. What did I do with that other wire? Let me pull it through again, because I don't think my bow's not centered, so we got to try that again. But it does make it really make them go through really easy. And they also are good for teaching kids how to sew. They are also good for if you crochet or knit, tying off your ends. That's originally what they were for. There we go. Now we're center. The rail itself is 12 inches. Whoops, I just dropped my needle. Let me get another one. The sign is a 12 by 16. They did not come attached. They came separate in the box, and I had to attach the rail myself, which was fine. I just used some wood glue and some staples from my electric stapler. So I want to pull these out so I can get my curls out from underneath them. Make sure they're standing up. I want to flatten everything out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let go. All right, let me get this on one side of the rail and one on the other side so that I can tie them off. Yep, so if you haven't gotten the needles, they are very popular in my shop. Grab you a set. They come, like I said, 3 to a pack. The shipping is included. They're $5.50. That includes your shipping. All right, let me make sure my bow is sitting where I want it before I tie it. I want to pull it down, but I don't want to pull it too tight because I don't want my bow to look sunken in the center. So you want to make sure that you don't pull it down too tight. Otherwise, it's going to look like, you know how you look when you pull your neck back in and your chin sticks out? You don't want that look. Not a good look. Not a good look for a bow, and not a good look for us. So I'm going to tie this. I'll show you the back here in 1 second. There we go. There is our sign with our bow. All we have to do is dovetail that, curl up those ribbon tails, pull this down a little bit so you can see. Now when you walk up to the door, you're going to be able to see that word down there at the bottom, the home. I know on here it's a little hard to see with the mesh all sticking up. And then you've got your hanger up here. Now you can make the hanger longer Maybe we'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then you could make a little bow to put up there, or you could take and just put one in the off to the side of the hanging rope over here. Isn't that cute? So let's see. All right, so we want to do, I'm going to smash my bow here. I'm going to take these staples out. Those came out pretty easy. So I'm just grabbing that rope and twisting it off, and that pulls the staples right out with it. So we'll just see. They did this one at what? Probably 12 inches. Yep. 13. So we're going to double it, I think. Let's see. Might be too long. Maybe not double it. I'm going to go ahead and put one on here. And I'm just using 1/4 inch staples. I don't want to go through my sign. I like to put 3 staples in. They only put 2. Make sure I didn't go through. Nope, looks good. Let's see. Yeah, that one looks good. Okay. And if it's too long, they'll be able to take it and tie a knot in the top, and it'll make it a little bit smaller. It is. I like it, but I don't. The only bad thing about mine shoots out more than one staple sometimes, and it drives me crazy. I can't stand that. I wish it wouldn't do that. But other than that, I love it. I need to do it this way. I don't know why. It just... because I need the stapler going down. That will work. Let me cut these little ends right here. There we go. So now we've got the longer hanger on it, and if it's too long, they could just tie a knot right here and make it shorter. Actually, we could do that too and put the bow up here. How about that? Let's do that. All right, we're just going to use this one, I think, and we're just going to do a little tiny bow. Not too big. Move it over here. We're just going to use the bow maker real quick because it'll go a lot faster than me trying to do one by hand. I'm only going to do about 8-inch tail, and I think the loops are going to be about 4 inches. So we're going to do a 4-inch loop. Four-inch loop. I use all this up on one sign, but that's okay. All right, there is our 4 loops, 2 on each side. Tails cut, and we're going to do another small loop for the center. And then we'll put this on and we'll be done. That'll work. Alrighty, get all this mess out of the way here. I'm going to use a smaller zip tie. I'll use a black one. I got a little 4-inch one here because it's not going to take much to hold this on. Come on. Alright, and then I'm going to need, what did I do? I just had some half pipe cleaners here. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. If you miss any, you can watch the replay. Or if you want to wait until the weekend, it'll be on YouTube and it'll be edited, although I don't know, there won't be too much to edit out tonight. Alright, so I'm going to tighten that, and then I'm going to put this zip tie on the back. Also, those needles, if you ever forget to put your wire in under your zip tie, those needles are really good for that too. Put it on the end and put it right underneath, and it goes right on there. Alright, so now we have our tie. We can go ahead and tighten that up because it's not going to mess anything up if we tighten it up now, because there's only a couple of ribbons or bows, loops. I'll learn what I'm saying soon enough. Alright, so there's that. And then we'll curl up those. Here's our center loop. Get these tails out. And I did not do a very good job of cutting that zip tie off, so let me get the rest of it before somebody gets poked by it. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's get all this out of the way and we'll put it on there and we'll be done. Just got to dovetail. So again, if you haven't joined my email list, please do so. You can type in the word email and I'll send it to you, or go to the top of my business page, look for the animated envelope, and then click on that link and it'll take you to sign up for the email list. Ouch. Don't stab yourself with the wires. And again, if you want my supply list, type in the word supply and I will send you that link as well. I send them in Messenger because if I don't, Facebook thinks I'm spamming my own live. If there's only a couple people that ask, I usually will put it on there, but typically I send it in Messenger. That way they won't get upset. Alright, so there is our bow. We're going to put this right here where the wire, or where that knot is, excuse me. And then we're just going to twist that around so that it stays on there. And then we're going to cut it off. And we'll twist that back around so that nobody gets poked by it. Let's open up these loops. So there we have it. There is our little autism awareness sign for this year. I will dovetail and curl my ribbons down here before I take pictures of it. And then on the back, I'll hide this pipe cleaner here where the bow is tied on, but all this will be neatly done. Of course, I'll remove the tag too. I didn't remove that yet. So there we go. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget to sign up for my email list. If you haven't already given us a thumbs up or a like, I would appreciate that. Share this so that you can either rewatch it or your friends can see it on your page. And don't forget to join our free Facebook group, FabFine Community, FABFINE Community. It's the group that Susan, Carla, and I have together where you can share your photos, your lives, things like that, meet other crafters, ask questions, stuff like that. So I will see you all again on Friday. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.